Walter here. We're going to talk about naked Forex. And if I don't want to forget, I want to remember, if you want to join us, you can go to bigprofitscourse.com and follow along as we build a small account up. Over 300 trades, $1,000 account, and we're going to ramp it up to 100K. So let's talk about trading the markets. I've talked a lot about when we use open position ratios. So you've probably seen me post these. My programmer set this page up for me and our members. And what we do is we look at these data, which are updated every 10 minutes when the markets are open, and it shows us where the crowd, that is the retail trader group that we're participating in that group of trading, they are all piled in on one direction. So, for example, when we see, 75% of the market going long or buying Aussie CAD, we want to be in the 25% selling, and vice versa. When we see 79% of the traders going short the Euro Kiwi, we want to buy the Euro Kiwi. Now, sometimes you'll notice that the market doesn't line up. So it doesn't look like a bullish trend on the Euro Kiwi, for example. And that's actually the case right now. I'll share it with you. This is the Canadian dollar. We can come back to that one, but this is the Euro Kiwi. Euro Kiwi does not look like it's in a bullish trend. It looks very bearish. Occasionally, you'll notice that the numbers actually line up with the trend. It's pretty rare. Maybe I've noticed it's about 1 in 11. So 10 out of 11 times the charts will be in the look like a trend in the opposite direction. And that's because most traders like to fade the trend. And I've surveyed traders around the world, and this is pretty clear that about 75 to 80% of the traders like to go against the trend, and about 20 to 25% of traders like to go with the trend. So that's pretty clear. And if you're going against the trend, you really only have opportunities to take very, very small profits when the market retraces. And that's it. That's all you can do. So what about when you don't have any trades because either the markets aren't really trending, you don't have a lot of numbers that are trending in the open position ratios, which is actually the case right now. This is actually pretty sparse. Well, what you can do is what I like to do is I look for the ones that are closest to 50-50. And by the way, anyone can get these numbers. You can just Google IG markets and the currency pair that you're interested in, like EuroCAD or whatever, and you'll get that data on there. So all this stuff updated every 10 minutes. This is my programmer just pulled all that information onto one page basically. But you can certainly go to IG Markets and get this. Saxo Bank, Awanda offers it for clients. Who else? There's a bunch of places you can get it. I like IG because they have lots of pairs and I trade lots of pairs, and because it's updated every 10 minutes, and they have a big chunk of the retail market. They're pretty big broker. So that's why I like it. Now let's talk about what I like to do. So let's say that I look at the Canadian dollar here and I see, wow, 55% are short, 45% are long. That's pretty close to 50-50. So what would I expect when I go to the Canadian dollar chart? Well, I'll tell you what I would expect. I would expect the market to bounce off of support and resistance. Now, this actually happened, I think this is Thursday here, and then Friday it went lower. So I would actually look for a bounce down here. Like if the market keeps traveling down here to 1.3120 or whatever that is, yeah, I would look for a double bottom here, some sort of reason to buy. And then when it got up to here or the edge of the box or up here, I'd look to sell. As long as those numbers stay around 50-50. So instead of going with the strong trend trading approach that I like to use with lots of trailing exits to capture the really big wins, that's great. But when the market's not trending, I like to shift gears and use a different approach where I'll just try and look for bounces off support and resistance. I'll assume that more often when it's 50-50, the market will bounce around and it won't trend as much. Now, again, the charts come into play. Like it's not just the numbers that define it. Here, for example, here's the Aussie Kiwi 6-hour chart. It's been going up like gangbusters, right? But the numbers actually haven't been really good for trending trading. They've been 53 long, 47 short. So this is 50-50. So what would I expect? Well, I would probably expect to see some sort of bounce here. Now these candles print on a Friday, so I'm not really going to I'm not going to use them. I like to trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But if we get some sort of double bottom action by Tuesday, that would be worth a buy to me to see if I can buy it all the way up to here or even up to the red line and see if it will spike up to there. But I wouldn't necessarily expect it to go and keep going higher and higher. That would be only the case if I had trending numbers here. If I knew that the market was all piled in on the other side, then I would go obviously with the minority when the chart aligns. So this is a really simple way to get more trades if you're looking for some when you don't have a lot of trending markets. Fortunately, this year we've had lots of trending markets. It's just only now that it's sort of slowed down a bit. So I think it might be time to kind of shift into these sorts of trades and have a look at what which pairs are lining up. And obviously, I can see here pound Aussie, pound Kiwi, euro pound, euro yen, euro Singapore, euro CAD. All of these white ones here are candidates. They'll only go orange when they hit 64%. Or light blue when they hit 64%. And then once they go over 70, they go dark blue. And once they go over 70 on the other side, they'll go dark red. And so those are the ones that I would look for strong trending setups, provided the chart looks like it's trending. So there you have it. I wish you happy trading. I hope this helps. If you want to join us, you can go to bigprofitscourse.com. Otherwise, we'll catch you in another video. See ya. Bye.